Here we are in the Haight Ashbury district of San Francisco. At one time, during the Summer of Love, back in the 1960s and early 70s, this was the place to be. With the Mamas and Papas, the Byrds, and all the great groups of the time, Jefferson Airplane. Of course, this is my wife, Joan. And we're there just to visit. Today, it's more of a tourist attraction, I guess, but still a lot of people just hanging out. Some pretty aggressive panhandlers, rude, arrogant, just generally impolite and unpleasant. That's a trolley. We wanted to come here just to see what we had heard about for so many years. But if I were to recommend sights to see on a trip to San Francisco, I wouldn't put this one at the top of my list. This is in 1997, of course. I'm not sure how it might look today. Where can we go next? Let's think about that. We're in San Francisco, so there's always Alcatraz. This is the ferry boat that took us to Alcatraz. Alcatraz, of course, is a prison, or it was a prison. This is not the boat we're on, of course. If it were, I couldn't be filming it. Anyway, the ferry boat was packed, full of fun-loving vacationers waiting to see one of the worst places in the world. There it is, on the horizon, the island itself.
Park in the world. We get more visitors here by double than the combination of Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, and Yosemite combined by double. And then on top of that, it's also the largest urban park in the world.
It's a fascinating place. If you're in San Francisco, you can't miss this. Beautiful old buildings. Beautiful accommodations. These are the cheaper accommodations, I suspect. Looks like no satellite TV, no Wi-Fi. Alcatraz is much smaller than I expected. I had seen it depicted in movies. In fact, I had seen movies about Alcatraz filmed on this very site, and it always seemed a lot bigger than it really is. It's a fairly small prison. It was for the worst of the worst prisoners. Joan is venturing down the stairs here to the playground or exercise yard or whatever it's called if you're in prison. A chance to see blue sky, some water, and across the bay, the beautiful city of San Francisco to make you really want to be somewhere other than in prison. This may be a sightseeing plane, but if you want to see Alcatraz, you don't want to just buzz over it in an airplane. You want to be right there, in it, where it happened. This is a jailbird.
Here we are at Alcatraz. You can see San Francisco here behind me. We've just taken the recorded audio tour. It was really interesting. I recommend it for anybody who comes out here. It's quite good. Had actual prisoners and guards narrating it and telling their stories. The breakfast menu for, it was March 24th, 1963, sounded pretty good to me. Had cereal and eggs and toast and steamed wheat.
Goodbye, Alcatraz. It's nice to be able to leave when you want to.